Welcome back to the Sith Dominion podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Dana Martin. Tonight we have a Cam and a lore master and a Eris Corban. Thank you for joining the show. Eris is a guest tonight, and we have so much to have some fun with. I use the word fun lightly because fun can be taken so many different ways. You can have fun like, that was fun, and you can have fun like, that was fun. And then you can have, that was fun. And hopefully the last one is what we're going to accomplish tonight. Master Tiger. Hello. Hello there.
Hello there.
Master Tiger from the House of Isla podcast. Friend of the show. We're a friend of theirs. And we frequent each other's shows. Very cool. Welcome to the show, Tiger. A lot of stuff happening in the real world. Today is 3/3/2026. And we're going to be talking a little bit about what's happening in the real world and what has happened in Star Wars world, in the Star Wars universe, particularly how it pertains to Sithdom. The title of our show tonight, Why Does One Become Sith, or something to that effect? I don't even know what the title of our show is. But essentially, we're going to kind of break down why people fall and not, oh, Anakin, he misses Padme and he thinks he wants to save her. And yeah, that's great. And that's a reason, but that's not the onion layer's deep reason. The deepest reason is abandonment, fear of being alone. When you pull all the onion back, that's what it is. And so what other Sith had these demons of fear, whatever else? That's what we're going to talk about. And those are the types of things that then drive their decision-making to do things like, I don't know, bomb Iran. And so we're going to talk through all these different things, and art reflects society, and Lucas was a master at it.
I love democracy. I love the Republic.
So this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause. Here. All right. So we're going to be a little off the rails tonight. Hopefully a little different show than what you're used to. But Dana is done. The gloves are off. Let's have some fun with Star Wars and real world. And let's talk about this. But I need some... Thank you very much. I do not have someone standing in with a mask for me tonight. It really is me. We have some Star Wars news. Where was that? Oh shit! I had it queued up, and then I looked up something else, and now I've lost it. Son of a monkey. Well,
what news are you talking about, bro?
Okay, it's not here when I hit back. I have no back button. Where is it?
Check your browser history.
Yeah, just make sure you don't share while you're checking your browser history, please.
Oh, they're releasing another set of Blu-rays. That's what I saw. What is that? Did you see this?
This is getting out of hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, there are two of them.
They're still making...
There are too many versions of the Blu-ray. No. What? Okay, so I said at one point, I'm going to buy every version of Star Wars in every form of media that has ever existed. And I started down that path, but when they just kept, the new re-release of this, and we added a bantha fart, like that's where you've lost. Like I can't spend $50 on Blu-rays if you're adding stupid material and not giving me any more value. So, does anyone know about this new Blu-ray set that's to release in April?
I see.
Looks like the original trilogy, from what I can tell. I can't get any details. It was from Holocron, which is a pretty reliable source. Oh, yeah, that's what it was yesterday. Calimundi conspiracy.
Yeah, it's just
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
free.
like a box
They're
set
really-
of those.
They're re-releasing the special editions of the OT.
Ooh,
It's a cool looking cover.
Zane, do you have the VHSs?
We have
Or does Madison
both.
have those?
We have both VHSs. I think Madison had the gold
I've got the
DVD set.
VHSs.
Yeah,
I have
we
the
have
gold.
VHSs?
I have the gold ones.
We have the gold and the silver back in Houston.
Gee.
What is
spared
it? The
those.
silver's like one of them's widescreen, one's normal. That's it.
Yeah. One was the standard, one was widescreen. I got the standard, and then I bought the widescreen when we got our HDTV. God, rear projection HD like monster, 50-inch, and we were living large, man. It was huge.
Huge.
Anyways, so I don't really understand behind all that why you're. I mean, I guess you're re-releasing because you're putting Mando and Grogu in theaters, so you're gonna
I think it's
capitalize on that.
It's a 50th some anniversary, right?
I thought it
know
was.
what
Next
it
year
is?
will be the 50th anniversary of A New Hope.
Yeah, so that's probably why they're doing it.
It's a preemptive.
So you sell, 200,000 copies of this, and then you do a 50th anniversary edition and sell another 100,000 copies of that.
No, I just looked it up, sir. Calm down, Dr. Boomer.
Holy.
The original version is going to be released in theaters. So unedited. OG is going to be in theaters.
Han shot. We're going to get to see that again, folks. There is no Han shot first. For all of you youngins that really don't get it, there is no Han shot first, man. Han shot. He didn't even give Greedo a chance because he was a scoundrel. Freaking love it, which is why I get so mad about Han Solo going out the way he did, like a punk ass bitch. Oh. What?
It's the wrong one. It's the wrong one.
No, that's a bright one. That's perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that was a good one. That was fitting.
Really? Oh, I see it down there. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
There he is. There
We'll
he
get the timer
is.
going. I'm gonna get the timer going so we could have seen.
Yeah.
To the body. Sorry, folks. Did y'all post Tiger? Sorry, Tiger. Yeah. Shout out, brother.
Appreciate you,
Tell
Doc.
yeah. Tell that go hi. Oh, you know what? We haven't done in a while. Janae. Bruh. All right. No, man, I think that's kind of dumb. And I know I got sucked into it early on of trying to get every piece of media or whatever, but I don't know, man. I just stop. You know who will own it? Andrew.
Our physical media king.
Oh yeah, 100%. And when the EMP goes off and we have to like use archaic stuff like Blu-ray players or DVD players, we'll have to go to him. So,
I've got one.
and I know what you're going to say if the EMP goes off, but I have one of those things and there's a Blu-ray player in that. So
You have
we'll
a
be fine.
generator. It's just got to be off because EMP electricity's gone. Everything
Yeah.
is disturbed.
Bruh.
Produce your own. Produce your own,
Good.
bruh.
We're good.
Reenact
All right. Yeah. I don't know if ordering a shit ton of magnets is a big flag for the Fed, but hopefully not. So,
Who cares what the Fed thinks, bro?
We know this.
ATF, what are you doing with all the magnets, boy? What? I'm building something. I got a big refrigerator. All right. So, Mando and Grogu. Oh, April. So we are in countdown mode. 1 month, right? Roughly before Maul.
Mhm.
Darth Maul. So, still excited. I like how I feel like they've kind of laid off the hype a little bit, which is good. They did their trailer. Everyone got excited. couple speculations for a week or so, and things have kind of calmed down, and I'm good with that. I don't need them to hammer us. You guys good with the level of ads? They're not pushing it down our throat like they did Acolyte, so
That's the only reason why Acolyte got watched.
yeah. Oh, that was something. Something came out that Leslie Headland was talking about.
We don't
She's
need
saying-
to talk about it, bro.
Are you sure?
Let's just not. Let's just
You know
not
what I'm talking
talk
about?
it. No, I don't care. Let's just not.
Oh,
even
it was
talk
the
about
Callie
it.
Mundy stuff.
No, don't care.
Okay.
Don't care. Anything that comes out of anyone who was
So you don't
involved
want to
with
hear
that
about
show's mouth.
like how Yoda would have been displaying dark side tendencies during the Acolyte season 2?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
would not like to know anything about that.
Well,
I think
won't talk about that then.
I will just go back to playing Pokemon Leaf Green if you would like to talk about that. And then when you're
The
done,
re-release.
and then when you're done talking about that, I'll join back. So
Cool. What is I don't know what that is. You were talking about it in pre-show, and I don't know what leaf green is.
it's so you remember before Madison might have been born. Madison, when were you born?
99.
Nope, none of us were born. So before you became a father, there was a very pivotal moment in history when the Pokemon games were created, right? I'm sure you remember that. Mid 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Got to catch them all. Yep.
yes, exactly. So there are games called Pokemon Red,
Yep.
and Pokemon Blue.
Violet.
No, that's now.
Oh,
And then there was another game called Pokemon Yellow.
Emerald.
You're
That's-
getting
No, that-
close.
Good kid.
You're getting closer.
I've
Anyways.
heard. I'm close.
Anyways, Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red are the remakes of the original Gen 1 Pokemon games that came out
Oh.
before all three of us were born.
The remakes came out
In
before
like
we were
2000. No,
born.
the original games came out before we were born, but Fire Red
Yeah.
Leaf Green was made.
They
after.
were
That was on the Game Boy.
Game
The
Boy
original
the original
Game Boy
Pokemon.
Advance.
Yeah.
Pokemon
yeah.
Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow were all on the original Game Boy. Fire Red, Leaf Green were on the Game Boy Advanced with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Mhm.
I remember when I got Ruby. Yeah,
I got you that. Yeah.
same console. Yeah,
Yeah.
1996
now
is when
now
those were released.
now it's on the Nintendo Switch. That's why I was saying you can now play a game that, for the most part, was up until recently you could only play on a handheld. You can now display it on your TV, and it's just something special, you know. So that's what I've been doing with my time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it soon.
I'm so happy I bought both copies, and I'm just trading myself for all of the
Oof.
trade evolutions.
That's like $20 a copy.
I don't give a fuck. It could have been $80, and I'm buying it.
$80 for a re-release?
Bro,
Re-release.
it's Fire Red, dog. They can make Emerald $100. I'm buying it.
Well, no, you said Emerald. That's different. That's Gen 3. Gen 3.
Fire
I'll
Red and
drop
Leaf Green are Gen 3 too.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I'm not
It's-
picking Mudkip at the start.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, it's still solid though. You
Whatever.
can have an opinion when you cop it and play it on your TV for the first time, and then you can come back and you'll say, "Cam, you were right, bro.
I'll see you next
You're
week.
right.
I'll see
You're
you next
right.
week.
You're right. There's something different about it when it's on your TV. Got your feet up on the couch. You're choosing your starter for the first time. You put Gary in his place.
Gary.
And then you go on about your day, becoming the greatest trainer to ever live. Or you shiny hunt and hate yourself for about 3 days.
That's about what I do, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. You have fun with that. I'm good.
I have no idea what shiny hunt is. Is that like snipe hunting?
Okay, so basically, in Pokemon, there's a 1 out of 8,192,
Correct.
roughly. Yeah, 1 out of 8,192 chance that whatever Pokemon you land on is going to be a different variant that's shiny, is what they call it. They have little sparkles and everything.
Sparkles at you.
In the new
Twilight
games,
vampire shit?
no.
No.
In the new games, it's easy to get them. I think they changed it to 1 out of 4,096 or something. But
Mm-hmm.
in the older, it was a horrible because you couldn't see the Pokemon walking around. You just had to walk in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
New games are infinitely easier than
I
the
have
old
like a
ones.
Switch. Do I have to have a Switch 2 to play that game?
No, you don't.
It's on the Switch as well.
It is on the Switch. That's how I have my other copy on the Switch, and you can trade with yourself.
Mm.
It's pretty fire. Got my Alakazam last night.
Fire Red. Does it connect to the Pokemon Home?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That piqued my
Man,
interest.
I'm glad you guys enjoy this.
I love becoming the greatest
I have
trainer
time
to
to
ever
watch it
grace the Kanto region.
All right.
That was so much better than talking about anything that Leslie Headland could have said. I think we have contributed more to society than she did with the entire season of Acolyte.
Oh my word. Okay. We're good. No worries. I've lost my notes for the show. Which
Got
is
notes he's dialed. It's like 2024 again.
yeah, because I had some, with the nature of what we're talking about, I was like, and then and another thing. By
Hi,
golly.
Andrew.
Yeah. What?
Andrew's in
Hey!
Andrew, get in here, bro. We're talking nukes. Dana thinks it's perfectly okay to nuke populations on the chance that they're going to nuke you, because the dark side also wants peace as well.
That's right.
He likes Tarkin Doctrine, Fear of Force.
Yeah.
That's right. Be very
We gotta-
surgical and precise and instill fear.
Yeah, instead of chopping off your fingers all together, we're going to go one by one really slowly to really prove a point. You know?
And then we'll get all of the world leaders together in one room. And there's going to be a carpet. And underneath the carpet is full of bombs.
Mhm.
And I just got us all tracked by the FBI right here
Yo.
now.
Mhm.
I just want some sharks with some freaking lasers on them.
They got to release the Dr. Dana files, bro. Some
Uh-oh.
weird stuff going on in the dark side.
Darkseid's never seen this before.
Did you have a photographer just randomly running around when you and your Sith overlords were doing your weird stuff?
Right? No. We were much more careful.
You were the chosen one!
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's all right. Obi-Wan's not
Oh, he's coming.
He's what? Oz?
Pause.
I said,
He's what?
What?
Obi-Wan is not in the files.
Liar!
No, that was a good one.
Yeah, thank
That was if it had been on time. Holy cow, you're a drummer.
It's a stream delay, bro. Chill.
Stream delay. Oh my god. I'm just see you later.
I want to go to.
Oh my god.
There are Pokemon to be caught. Pokédex
Oh my
entries to be filled.
And a shiny
What is
deck.
it? Okay. I know we're a
Hours on
Star
it.
Wars show, and we'll get to that. But I've never. What is it about Pokemon? Like, what is it that makes you crave to catch these
Yes.
little things? Like, what? How? Why? I don't get it. I played
Yep.
Pokemon Go for a while. It was
That's not the
fun,
same.
but
Still fire though.
It is fire red.
Leaf green.
I don't know. I guess I don't get it. It's not made for me, right? It's not made for me.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Wow, seriously.
To answer your point, Dana, the first generation of Pokemon was so special. The designs are sick. Absolutely mog every single starter set after it. The game itself, awesome. Super easy to understand. And you get to have your own little slaves that you can train up to be so powerful they can dominate other people's sets of slaves.
You
And
fight
then-
them.
Yes, and then not only do you take money from these people when you beat them, you can also become the greatest Pokemon trainer in the whole world with your sets of Pokemon slaves.
I must stay with my camera off because I'm in the Dana files, maybe. So
What's up, Andre?
I had to hop on after I heard the Dana's files may be leaked. That got me.
Yeah.
running.
Yeah. We gotta cover up some dirt real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why
In fact, I need to
tell-
change my
Yeah,
name.
I know those files are out there, but honestly, I mean, did you hear what Leslie had to say? Like, honestly, look at this over here instead.
There we go.
Pokemon.
I changed my name.
Pokemon.
Did you hear that the Sith are actually good people that really want to do good things for the world?
Exactly.
Okay. Did you hear about this, Andre?
I did. That's pretty
Are
neat.
you
But
gonna
you know how
purchase
much?
it?
Maybe, but it also costs $67. So I don't know about that.
Oh my
It
god.
really does. If you go to Amazon.
What the hell is a digital code? I'm buying a physical piece of media. Why do I need a digital code?
I agree. You know,
So
one
that you
thing
can
I've
watch it on
I've
your
started
You
to do.
can
so that
also watch it on your phone, your tablet, or wherever.
I ain't watching a movie on my phone.
What? No. Why am I buying a digital? Why am I buying a physical piece of media that I want to watch on my phone?
Yeah.
It works.
You know what
for
I
me
do?
for
I
car
just
rides
sell
for the
the-
small children because then
I
I just
just-
go, oh, dog
There you
hotel.
go.
I
We
just
don't
sell
have
the
small
digital-
children.
Yeah,
I bought
I am a small
Deadpool,
child.
but yet I watch it on my phone as
Code is
well.
not for you. The code is not for you, but
The
it's
code I
there if you
sell.
want it.
I'm buying it for me. I don't want a digital code, bro.
I'll take the code.
Damn it! Sorry. Just you're gonna get the timing on that where they're gonna think it's live, and it's gonna be inappropriate. I can feel it. God.
Dana, you're literally fixing to talk about how the Sith are good guys, bro.
Whoa.
How could anything more be inappropriate than that?
This is getting out of hand.
Exactly.
What time is it? It's only been 30 minutes. I've already got one down.
Dang.
Oh, I gotta follow you.
No, let's go, man.
Choke. Hey, can we go Lore Master big screen? And I want to see him shotgun a beer live on stream. If
He's not going to shotgun a beer on the
dark.
show.
under
After
six,
dark.
if he gets it in
After
under 6 seconds,
6 or 7.
yeah. All right, we'll go 7 seconds. If he
No,
gets it in
no.
under
Over under
7
is
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not shotgunning
After dark.
beers on this
This is
show.
for after
Dana,
dark.
no, it's for
It's what
now,
people
bro.
want to see.
It's what the people give the people what they want, Dana.
Give the people what they want, Dr. Boomer. Crack that thing open.
That's not even a beer. It's
Aw.
a Celsius. Oh,
Coors Light, don't you dare disrespect that beer ever again.
Dana's out of
That's-
here.
beer.
I will leave again. We'll leave and
Silver
continue
bullet.
my demolishment on the Kanto region.
The mountains are blue.
They're so cold. Do you not see the blue mountains? That's how cold it is.
You ever been to that cruise brewery there in Boulder, Colorado, or wherever they are? No,
We should go.
I've been. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Dave
Stick-
should
All
buy
right,
us a
braggy,
trip and write it
braggy.
off.
You can stick a hand in the hops and smoke.
Write it off. You know.
Axe right on.
No. Yeah. We do the show from there. Maybe.
I'm so down.
Yeah, we just pay for our air flight, our hotels, our food. I'm there.
What other kind of flight is there?
Why are we flying? What is this flying nonsense? Guys, we're going to be
We're gonna
driving.
road trip it?
Dude, we're
road
going to have a
trip to
giant
Colorado?
cooler. We're going to have a giant cooler full of them already. We're going to be down in beers left and right. Oh, guys, I'm tired. I got to switch. Well, Dr. Data's down 18 beers right now, so I guess we're going to have to get Cam in. He's only down 7.
I do not support the...
Yeah, no.
Keg stand on
This
the
is
Sith
all a
car,
joke.
Dr. Dana?
This is all a joke. We are all joking here. Except for the trip, we should totally go.
And the beers. We'll have the beers. We just won't drink the beers.
We'll just have
drive.
Andrew. We'll have Andrew drive. We're
Oh,
chilling.
Andrew! All right, we got it. DD,
Did I
is that
just
cool, Andrew? You're good with that?
good with what?
Yep. Mhm.
Just getting, getting
Yep.
redacted?
Nope. Just yep. Agree. Yep. Yep.
I am totally.
That was good. 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 Hold on. Where
Gosh,
is
I
it?
don't know what happened. I guess I cut out there.
Andrew, you haven't been on the show in a couple weeks. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I have a Bible study I do on Tuesday nights, and so it just depends on how long it goes. I don't like to just get up halfway through and go, I gotta go talk about Star Wars. Like it just
Gotta go get on this show where we're talking about the evil Star Wars stuff. Please
Yeah.
don't
Right.
ever
Brother.
leave a Bible study to come to this show. Please go to the Bible
that's
study.
why I haven't been on. That's why I haven't.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Man,
All right. Well, I think that's. Go ahead.
Huh? No, I'm
What have
just
you been doing?
good to be back on. So
Cool. So I came up with the idea for this show and thought it would be fun to really look at why Sith are Sith. Like, what is it that, I guess at the root of it, what causes someone to fall, quote unquote, to the dark side? Yeah. And what I was realizing is that the onion layers of why we believe these Jedi or other folks have gone into a place where they feel that's their only way out. What are those different layers?
this is just great. I thought somebody had their phone open and were watching Instagram reels.
Oh, I don't have that one. I don't have that one.
Oh,
Okay. You got
Pick it
8
up.
people flipping over to their freaking Discord now. Why would you? Zane, stop!
Find out. 30 more seconds. Then we hit our quota.
Dude, speaking of that line from the Rise of Skywalker, do you just really think of how stupid you have to be, like, to put that line in? All those people that watch that movie and they ask a stupid question, oh, they fly now.
yeah,
They've been flying for years, bro. How is that missed?
good point.
J.J.
It's-
Abrams is the
It's
Antichrist.
junk. Junk. Yeah, it's junk.
Yeah. I'm not turning up my gain for any reason.
With that being said, The events that occurred.
This might be copyrighted.
Dude, I think we're in hell, bro. I think this Iranian nuclear program, I think it's hit, bro. I think it's hit and we're in hell.
Oh my god. Okay.
Imagine being an audio listener right now.
An audio listener just like, what the I'm never turning this on again. How did that one episode have 400 views? Yeah, I don't know either, man.
I don't know. We lost two viewers. I don't know if it was because of the brain rot or because I said Christ is King. Who knows?
It's the brain rot.
Yeah.
Definitely the brain rot.
Yeah. Lore Master is full tweaking right now, bro. He is full sending.
So I came up with to go down this path to really pull down onion layers and say, Anakin, for instance, did fall to the dark side because he thought that was the only way to save Padme, but really it was about abandonment. It was really about a fear and a deep-rooted fear that he's lost everyone close to him and he's just tired of losing. And so
I don't have that on mine on purpose.
Yeah.
I can.
So,
you know what? Next show I'll have it.
I just want you to know I'm locked in with you, Doc. I'm locked. Whenever you land the plane, I promise I got something for you, Doc.
All right, guys. This is the reset music.
I wish I would have pre-gamed a little differently tonight.
Okay, we are reset. This is the Sith Dominion podcast with Dr. Boomer over here. Ben Hater down here. We got the Lore Master, and then the other two.
All right.
You know what? I know my new name. I'm not.
All right. You got to get down to the why. And so things happened a couple days ago. As I stated, 3.3 original release of what we're talking about right now. And apparently there's something going on in the Middle East and Iran. And it's hard to make sense, I think, from our perspective of kind of what's real, what's not real, et cetera, and that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the why.
Wait, talking about how that relates to Star Wars.
We're not going to have that. We're not going to have that discussion. But we are going to have the discussion as to the why, right? Because if you look at all this stuff happened obviously a couple days ago, but I already had show prep. So why is this timely though? Because Sith would do things. Jedi would do things in the name of ultimate peace. Jedi would allow things to happen because diplomacy, and Sith would just handle shit because those are bad people and they need to go. However, who's powerful enough or is given power enough to make those decisions on their own unilaterally? And that's where there is a big difference between the Jedi and the Sith. That sort of unilateral decision making doesn't happen from the Jedi Order. Do the Jedi collectively make decisions and even secretively in smaller groups? Yes, but very rare is it one Jedi going rogue and doing stuff in the name of the Jedi. But the Sith, that's a different story. So we're going to unpack a lot of that through current events. This is going to be a show that's really kind of out of scope for what we normally do because I think we need to be real. We're authentic people also. Yeah, we're characters. I'm Dr. Boomer tonight. But you know, all this stuff touches all kinds of folks. Folks that I know, for instance, that are Iranian, that are extreme. Like the whole reason they're here is because of what was happening there, and then there's the who gets to arbitrarily decide and put people in harm's way to do this. So yeah, I want to open up this can of worms and kind of compare the way the Sith had their why and their heart set on their why. You know, do we feel the commander in chief has his heart set on the why? Is that in the right place? In the way that Revan had his heart set on the why? Was Revan's heart in the right place? Or was Bane's heart in the right place in destroying all the Sith because of the amount of damage the Sith collective was causing? These are like fun questions to talk about with Star Wars, but I don't know that they're really fun questions to discuss when you look at current events. So I need to take a sip because my mouth's dry. Really? Y'all had a lot to say when we started this about all kinds of stuff.
Open the floor, bring some questions in.
Okay.
We're here.
Do you feel Darth Bane was out of line annihilating all the Sith?
No.
Why or why not?
There's too much infighting. The Sith couldn't achieve any goal because they were just too busy fighting themselves.
So that means they need to get wiped out.
Yes.
I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just.
I took these classes. Sometimes genocide is the answer, unfortunately.
Whoa, hey, whoa. We're trying not to get flagged. We're trying not to get flagged.
It's a fictional world.
Okay, in the fictional world of Star Wars, explain to me how genocide is acceptable by wiping out an entire race, whether that's the Naguri, whether that's... Well, I guess they technically didn't wipe out the Naguri.
They
There was
were
a handful
already doing it to themselves, but the process in which they were doing it was causing more damage to the surrounding ecosystems, government systems, everything else. So better to take care of it, wipe it all out, start fresh.
It's like when you bring it to real world history and you think about the decisions that were made in World War II towards the end for America. You know, should we have dropped those bombs? I'm not giving a definitive answer, but that's kind of where that's the similarity I'm drawing from that. You know, is that really worth it? Was it worth dropping those bombs, killing all those people to stop what was coming? What could have potentially happened? Is it right to
Bane? Was it Bane that did the mind bomb?
A thought bomb? Yeah.
Thought bomb? Okay, but that was targeted. That wasn't Hiroshima or Nagasaki. That was a targeted strike that only killed the Sith. It did not kill bystanders.
It killed everyone on that planet, no?
You're the lore master. Look it up.
I thought it only... Yeah, you're the lore master. And hey, yeah, I don't mind being wrong, but I thought it was targeted. It was a targeted drone strike, and it only killed...
I'm pretty sure...
The thought bomb, I thought, only killed the Sith.
Yeah. All Force-sensitive beings within its blast radius.
Yeah, so it didn't kill... Well, it killed the handful of Jedi that were there. I'm talking about it didn't kill that were fighting. They were all fighting. Everyone that was fighting died. No one innocent died. No one not fighting died from the thought bomb. That's my point.
Is just a point of view. Who's to say that the Jedi who were fighting for just what they believe in weren't also...
If you're a combatant, then you have this... there is an expectation of death. If you're a combatant, If you're a non-combatant, there should not be an expectation of death.
So all the force
That's what I'm
healers,
saying.
all the people there who were supporting all the people on the
Not
front
what
lines,
I'm saying.
they're the ones who also died because they were healing on the front lines. They were force users.
Yep. They're part of that military. Yep. They were part of that. Yep. So they're a part of that. What I'm saying is
the convention where you
civilian. There you go. Is that better? Civilian. No civilian died. There you go. And Hiroshima and Nagasaki, at least one died. Civilian. 1
They did
million.
release
I don't even know
warning
the number.
pamphlets in multiple languages telling them to get out.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, but-
it wasn't
It's
a
all about
warning. It was they chose to stay even though a warning was given, or they were ordered to stay and were not allowed to leave.
Yeah.
And at that point, it is unfortunate, but there is nothing you can do in that situation.
It's an island. Where are you going?
Not
So
there.
you would have rather
I'd say they've recovered fine since then.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've
like-
done just
like before that.
thanks to USA
America,
too. Let's be real.
like America was firebombing them. That's even worse. And you drop 2 bombs. It's a population of 2 cities versus firebombing an entire nation because they won't give up.
Wait.
There were
Yeah.
much worse options.
All I'm saying is I'm not comparing those two. I'm just saying
I'm comparing those two.
the Sith, the Darth Bane example we're using was a
essentially-
targeted strike to Force users only.
But essentially, everyone on that planet was a force user. They used it as a battleground. So we wiped out at that point in time. There were so many people. The population of that planet was so big because there were so many from this side and this side. You wiped out a majority of the population of that planet.
Only the population of that planet within the last 2 weeks, not the native population.
So now you're for genocide. I see you.
Oh my!
Only force users. All of them dead.
All of them. All the mutants. They should all wear bracelets. Get tattoos.
Get tattoos.
I don't know how Magneto feels about that. We already got one of
He
those.
doesn't like it one bit. No, I'm just look. There's all kinds of ways to thwart these things, right? But your action, your journey, what you're going to be doing, how you're going to approach that end, the means, is going to be based in the world of you. So if Anakin was hurting and wanted to have everyone else hurt the way that he did, well, then he would force choke you and make you suffer a minute before he just kill you or throw you up against a wall. That level of suffering. So would you say that world leaders that are making these decisions in the same way that, say, a Revan or a Bane make these decisions to annihilate Mandalore, or like at some point, they tell themselves this is the right decision to do? Whether that's Jimmy Carter, whether that's Donald J. Trump, doesn't matter. Every one of those presidents that we've had in that time span have done it. The same thing multiple times. When your number's up, it's time to pay the fiddler. They're going to swap you for a different ruler. It's how they keep control, but we're not to that point in the show yet. So, but when you look at the way in which those decisions are made unilaterally, whether that's, like I said, Revan or Nihilus, would you put Trump, Obama, Bush, all them cats in the same bucket as, say, a Darth Bane that, hey, this is the way it has to be? I'm just going to make the decision without Congress. I'm just going to do it. They've all done it, if you didn't know, and they all have done it multiple times, like in the 6s and 7s.
It's such
Can't
a
be
hard
silent.
question.
I'm just saying. I don't.
Because it is going to be hard because we had this 2 shows ago last time I was on where we're taking something from the real world, something as small as our world, and comparing it to a galaxy-wide scenario.
Yeah, it's hard. I ain't gonna
Cam,
say it's
your
not
thoughts? I know. Can you pause Pokemon for a second and just?
I'm not playing Pokemon. I'm deciding on how I want to begin my thoughts without getting us banned.
Nah, it's okay. We're already there. Let's keep going.
I'll let Andrew go first.
No, still working on my thoughts.
Okay, here's the question, right?
All right,
so,
give
were
me-
you
give me
in
a
Bane's
question. Let's
shoes?
go.
What would you do? What would you do in Bane's shoes? Would you have made the same decision as Bane, as you? Okay, not like, oh, were I in Bane's shoes, I would have made this decision. No, because you can't be. We can be told, and we can read in comic and book. This is how he felt, but we're not him. Would you, being you, make that decision Bane made to annihilate an entire planet of Force users? As Zane would say, a planet of Force users.
I think before a lot of stuff, like when I was in high school, no, I couldn't. Now that I've kind of grown up a bit and lost my, well, I need to please everybody to make sure everything goes okay. No, I could do it. Because at that point, you're weighing pros and cons. How much damage is going to be there in the end? What is the collateral? Does the cost outweigh the prospect of what comes next?
Do you think world leaders make those have those conversations with themselves, with their advisors, or do you think they just, the way that it's being portrayed, just wake up and say, we're just going to do this?
I think it depends on the leader.
I mean, there's no way that they don't have advisors that help them through a lot of these issues. But from what I have seen, to get to a point where you're able to rule a government in the space that we have now, a lot of our world leaders, I could almost see as people labeling them as like sociopaths, people who don't feel, people who see people as a number. And that's all they do. And so when you're just seeing numbers, you're like, of course, this is the easy decision. We save more numbers, we get more numbers if we get rid of these numbers.
Dana, our president literally gave the Lord Farquaad speech 2 nights ago.
Yes.
I love democracy.
I think there's a few things that you have to take into account with a lot of this. I think in terms of our world leaders, I think like the appropriate response would be, well, yes, you would hope that they view their citizens, the people that voted them into office and all of these types of things. You would hope they think about like the repercussions of their actions, especially world leaders in our country. But what it really boils down to, and I think Zane had the right word with sociopath. I mean, I think you have a bunch of sociopaths in government all around the world that live so much different lives than the rest of us, right? That they don't like, I mean, do you really think that like Donald Trump or Ted Cruz or these guys are worrying about their property tax bill? No. I mean, do you think that they're worried about like their AC breaking in one of their homes, that whether or not they have enough money to cover, that repair? And so I think when you boil down to the lack of relatability that government has now, because it has turned into lifetime positions in a lot of these things. That these people, they're theater kids, sociopaths that have insane amounts of power and control. But when you really think about it, they really don't, because they just do whatever their biggest donors tell them to do. And then we get nothing but gaslit and commercials about the next Texas comptroller while I'm trying to watch a Tuesday night like TGL golf event, or something like that. Like, I don't care about how conservative or whatever the new Texas comptroller is. Turn it off. They're not going to do anything that's actually going to benefit me daily in my life anyways.
No, I think to your point is this is what in Star Wars, some planets had a senator system, a queen, some sort of lineage for queen or whatever, but you also would have representation, and that representation would rotate out on a regular basis. Other systems would have long time. We saw that in the Clone Wars, right? Long time. People that would represent their areas. And what I found very interesting was hearing folks like the Pelosi's and the Sanders and McConnells that have been in Senate for how long, 40 years or whatever, and you're still talking about the same thing you did in the 70s when you came on board. Tells me that you haven't done shit in 40 years. Why are you still here? And that sort of, I think, to the point of Bane, right? Like, this sort of perpetuating of this system has got to end, and it has to end abruptly, or it will not change. New rules have to be established as we move forward.
So you're saying Bane was an anarchist?
No. Bane was an authoritarian.
But he was, he did look at a whole system and say, let's just get rid of it all.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
He said the system is corrupt. We have to start over. I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm telling you this is what he did. No, don't cheer.
So you're saying like Bane is early Weimar Hitler is what you're basically saying, right?
No.
I feel like agreeing with that would get YouTube to get very mad.
Yeah, I know you can't necessarily agree with it, but how?
No, I don't agree with it. But
how is it any different?
Are you leaning into like nationalism? Like, where are you leaning that?
I could
see. Is what Bane was deciding not nationalism?
No.
How though?
Bane's on a different level, man.
Because it was just him and another person.
Yeah. That's all that was left. Well, there were more left elsewhere, but that was yeah. This was I'm resetting the entire system, not my piece of the world. Like, I'm starting over fresh, everything, and this is how I'm going to start that.
But that's kind of what, in the real world version, that's kind of what he was going for.
Yeah.
Every single country that he had went to.
We're not going to talk about central banking. Okay, that's not what we're talking about with Hitler. Okay?
The banking side.
I wasn't meaning to talk about that. I'm just I was just asking what is the difference? Because was that not the end goal? Regardless of whatever you're trying to, you know what I mean? Was that not the end goal?
The end goal was we're resetting the system, right? And we're basing this system in our ideology.
Yeah.
Yes. It sounds like something that's happening right now, where the 14 major wars across the entire planet are all involving one specific. But, you know, shit, I'm trying to be careful.
I mean, probably,
But you're the one that opened that can of worms because it matches with what you just said. Does it not?
I was just asking.
I mean, I'm
think
going to
I feel like
spread my ideology in any way, shape, or form, and anyone that's in my way be damned. And that is kind of what's happening now.
Is that not what Bane did, though? That's just what I'm asking.
Yes,
So,
that is what Bane did.
okay.
But what motivated Bane?
Wasn't his it wasn't just power. I took notes on this. Where are my notes?
Wait, you
I
couldn't
have
just
a
say
list of
corruption.
Sith that I did research.
If you say corruption, then that still aligns with what we see in history.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that Bane's motivation deeper, and I have not read the books. He's reaching into the pit. He's pulling it out.
I got two of the three. Two of the three.
I've got all three, but I haven't read them yet.
Have you read them?
Read the
If you've
first-
read them, then you correct me. But
No, I haven't. I need to.
why did he kill everybody? To stop the constant death and destruction.
Because he thought everyone else was stupid and they were
Yes.
hurting themselves over it. And so he thought he could do it better and did it better.
Very Thanos-y.
Very Thanos-y, very...
Was
We have
Thanos
an 80s
evil?
guy here.
Was Thanos evil?
Yes.
Why was he evil? What made
He killed
him
a bunch of
evil?
people. He killed people. A lot of people.
So did Luke.
So
I see no reason here for back and forth. I agree with you. So did Luke.
Yeah.
I don't.
Was Luke
I don't
evil?
think- so Thanos' end goal was not evil. His means and how he operated to do it was evil. Because
His
goal
heart
was
and
the
his
whole
intentions
world-
were pure.
Yes.
What if I say that statement? What if I said that Bane's heart and intentions were pure and aligned with the Sith Code?
You can't.
You can't. Is the
Why?
thing, though.
What did Mr. Adolf do? He wanted to free Germany from the oppression of a certain race. I'm not going to say. He saw that they were controlling their government. I'm not going to say if they were or not. This is what he thought. His intentions were get rid of them so that Germany as a country can be free. That was
Yeah,
his-
How is
Because-
that? People
because-
are killing each other. That's not even as apples and
it's-
oranges.
It's not even that. It's like, to Zane's point, like there was due to the previous war, right, that had happened, and the sanctions that this country and its citizens were basically having to deal with, and then you have a system where the elites control everything and the actual people living in day-to-day society are starving. You have someone that thinks, well, if we just get rid of these people and we give the power back to the people, right, we will get out of this thing. And so it's very similar to what Bane's doing. Now, obviously, there was a much to the text that we have, right? It's also the same in the text that we have with Bane. Like his like the words on the page are telling you that this guy is not good. In his mind and in Thanos' mind and all these guys' minds, like, yes, they think they're doing the right thing. But like, we know
History is
Thanos
written by the winners, not the losers.
exactly. And
Mhm.
But you're using a morality ruler that you've created for them based in your reality and not around the reality that they have. So why are we allowed to then use our morality ruler to measure these people by, like Thanos and other leaders in our world? what we're looking at it through a lens that we're not in their shoes. I'm not justifying anything. I'm saying, why can't we better understand the why? Because if we can better understand the why of Thanos, when you hear him talk about not a child going to bed without food in their belly, okay, that is not someone that is hell-bent on killing a shitload of people out of just pure psychotic evil. That's a person that literally is trying to preserve and keep the future of all species alive and sustained.
Then
would you agree?
Then why would he not have used the Infinity Stones to double natural resources? He literally has the power to create.
Because he started that conquest or that whole thing before he got the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, but still,
once he got them, you know.
Yeah, well, he still had access. He still had access to the Infinity Stones and could have created anything. He could have doubled natural resources. He could have done whatever he wanted. Right? Yeah. So why not do it? Because he's a bad person.
As much as you can understand intentions, you can't justify your intentions with those actions.
Right.
Yes.
And I think what Cam is getting at is, well, like Danny, you said that we all have our kind of tunnel vision of what the moral line is. But I think you can make the argument that there's an objective moral line that we all follow. And once someone crosses that line, we can step in and say, okay, hey, you've crossed that line and we need to address that.
Sounds like morality police to me. I don't know.
Then what are we without morality?
Yeah.
Who decides that? Who decides that?
The thing that you have working against you with this Bane stuff is, I mean, we literally have we all have the text of what the text is telling us.
Jedi text.
You have the codes.
Like I mean, it's there pretty much plain for us to see, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
because you look at Bane and what he did, and I think that's the objective moral line. I think that's kind of what Cam is saying, that like he's crossed that, even if in his mind he doesn't think that. You can look at that and say, okay, it's the same as like someone that goes out and breaks the law. Those are moral. Well, you know, you can make the argument on some laws or whatever, but that's, I think, like an objective set moral line. And you cross that, even if you think, okay, this is fine, someone's going to step in and say, hey, that's not. Maybe, I don't know. You guys are more senior than I am, so y'all would maybe know better. So.
I guess I asked, like, what's your next question? I guess, I mean, like, I don't understand how we're if you're justifying, and I know it's fictional universe, whatever, but it's like if we're justifying the fact that, okay, so there's this, I know what's right.
Mm-hmm.
There's no moral compass for me that, like, you know, who's the moral compass police or whatever, but like, this is what I think the fix is. I'm going to do whatever the fix is, and then it ends up killing just people, right? I don't understand how Bane's in the right and authoritarians throughout time aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the right, then within themselves too. If we're going down, like, what's the moral compass police? Because we all know, or us and other people listening who have a belief system that gives us the set guidelines of what the moral compass, but there's also in here, right? There's just certain things that non-sociopathic people have that, like, you get that. That's why majority of us go to work, we do the right things, and we go home, and it's an instant
Catch
instant cyclone
Pokemon,
Reaper.
you know?
Yeah, like that. Like that's what we do.
Yeah.
Because
And I think it's our job to step in when someone crosses a moral line, whatever that may be. Because I think you get to a point where it's like you're no longer like, oh, this is right in my mind, and you've just crossed like Thanos. Like, yeah, okay, he had good intentions internally, but he also crossed a moral line, which is why the Avengers stepped in to stop him.
yeah,
It's not to say you don't necessarily understand where he's coming from, maybe deep down, but how he went about doing that, especially once he had access to he was so locked in on I have to wipe out half the population instead of I can double it, not the population, but double resources.
yeah.
That, the Avengers stepped in. They were like, okay, he has crossed.
What I
he needs
hear
to be
you
stopped.
saying is that Bill
You know.
Gates is Thanos. I'm sorry.
Well, the whole.
I think the Men in
whole,
Black are pulling up to your house now, Dana.
The
Boomer.
whole the like. To Andrew's point, like I think that the thing of us, right, and the way in theory, government would work the best would be, okay, right now, the government has engaged in an act in a certain part of the world that only 21% of its population is down for, right? So it would be now time then for the congressional system to then vote on what majority of the population wants to see, which is no new wars. But since JFK, right, we've always had that. We just go to war, we start it, and then there's nothing whether the people want it or not, it still happens. And that's the thing that's like frustrating, is because it's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
But you have, again, we go back to like sociopath stuff. We have these people that think they have you give one person absolute power, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have this one person that is influenced in 400 different directions, and there's money, there's, fame, there's so much other stuff that they can get if they just, do these things that these, really powerful people. I mean, look, the Trade Federation. I mean, going back to Star Wars, look at it. Yeah. Palpatine financing both sides, right? Both sides getting things they want in their own type of way, but it's not getting anywhere.
It's just a circle.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about any of the biblical aspect of things that go on between the Sith and the Jedi, and then in today's times too, because then there's that whole core crux component too. You have one ideology that thinks the way they do things is correct. You have another ideology that thinks the way they do things is correct, and then they're all policing their each individual worlds, right, on how they all should act. And our government's doing the same thing. And the other governments around the world are doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Mongol is just pawn in Game of Life. If you know where that's from, put it in the comments. All right. No, you're exactly right. And thank you. What my original question was that we've gotten off of, which I still think is important because it is applicable to today. What was that?
That was Tommy.
Was he yelling at his game?
They're playing the new season of Battlefield.
Getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
The question was, okay, so were you in Bane's shoes? You, not you as Bane, having this power, knowing you could do this and end all the bloodshed at once. Would you use the force power, one? And if not, if so, why? And if not, what would you do to stop all of the bloodshed?
You know,
You would not have done it.
not like how Bane did it. I think if you're truly thinking about the lives, well, one, you probably wouldn't be Sith. But if you're so focused on the Sith themselves, why not work with the Jedi? Say, hey, this is going to happen. We're going to do this. We're going to plan. We're going to get them all into one space and then do it. Don't risk more lives when you're just trying to get rid of a few.
So you
But
would
even
still
then-
use it, but you would figure out a way to use it to focus just on the Sith?
If I'm so focused on getting rid of just the Sith, then yeah.
It's still genocide. Well, no, there's still
Yeah.
2 left. So it's not genocide.
You're putting us in those shoes, and in those shoes, you have to think where Bane was at in thinking about how the Sith were, where we're at
Fair,
thinking about
fair,
all the bad that the
fair.
Sith has done. Why not work with the Jedi, get rid of them, and then just disappear like Bane did? You can have a lot less casualties by doing that.
I'm not laughing at genocide. I'm laughing at the background audio.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah,
it's-
as he
Weapons
said
of
that,
genocide.
he says, "Oh, they're eating us alive." It's like, oh, gee.
oh man.
Because I think it's real easy for us to especially look through the lenses that were provided through our wonderful public education system. That we look at things as very black and white, and because that's what we're taught. And I cannot believe that all those instances throughout history that we were taught, this was an evil person that did these evil things, and we killed them, and they never got a chance to speak to their to what really was their point of view. What was their point of view? What was their point of view? Why is
And that's
their
what Star
point of view
Wars
important?
boils down to. His point of view.
Doc.
Why is their point of view important? Because we only get details that we're told. That's why their point of view is important. You're gonna be told whatever story that they want to feed you, and you're gonna just lap it up, just like they did. No, there's no proof that Naboo has anyone. All right, we'll form a committee and go investigate. No, thank you. That's my freaking point of all this bullshit. Like, so Anakin says in Clone Wars, right? That was the second movie.
Attack of the
Attack
Clones.
of the Clones.
Or Attack of the Clones. He says, well, what if they don't listen? They should be made to listen. Like, if you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. They should be made to listen, but that's a dictatorship, right? Like everything being tied up. We knew Naboo had a blockade.
Oh,
Because we're the viewers.
blockade.
Oh yes, there's no blockade. We'll form a committee to go find and see if
say.
exactly. So you can't. You're only using information that you're being told, not information that could reveal more. And that's where I think. Yeah, I know, right? That's where I think you have to kind of analyze. I know we got books on the shelf when it comes to the fiction, but you know, it's only a conspiracy until it's proven true. Yep.
But then you run into the problem today, which Eris said earlier. I mean, the history books were only written by the winners.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so there's the rabbit hole of it's like, okay, so now do we just capture Darth Bane and put him in front of a jury and have him explain his side and then let people decide if what he's doing makes sense? It's like that's never how anything's worked, you know?
Lee Harvey Oswald didn't even get a chance to stand trial. He shouted many times, "I'm a patsy. Let me
Yeah.
tell my side." And he was killed before he was given that opportunity. And for how many years was it it was him and he acted alone because that's what we were told. And it was, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist if you think otherwise. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Now we have the documents where we can read ourselves who was involved and how deep that crap went. And so, no, I'm not going to just trust that what I read in school, trust what I was told that the 4 food groups and the food pyramid, and now we have an upside down pyramid, whatever. Like no.
It doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
Perfect. And the hard part too, with like if you had like 2 people and you're like, all right, people vote on who's innocent, who's guilty. Look what happened with Jesus and Barabbas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there was a people's vote, and so even then, people could vote for the wrong person.
Yeah.
Wow, what
did you guys early vote?
Quiet. Yeah, I did.
It's a primary.
We actually had
Important.
propositions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Propositions that you should have probably voted on.
in Houston.
You were just there and there when the poll was open.
I was not there when the poll was open.
Out of district.
But you best believe when election day comes, November, I'm gonna be at the polls. I'm gonna Pokemon Go to the polls.
I know that property tax one doesn't impact you, lore master, so you didn't want to vote on that one. I
Go to the
made
polls.
sure, like that was the whole reason I went.
That's real.
I just went to vote on the props.
Did you Pokemon Go to the polls?
Jeez Louise.
Oh, princess.
So look,
I'm uncomfortable right now.
so
So
I am one that with the current events in the elimination of Khomeini, I am not one that I can't fully support and I can't fully not. And it's a tough spot to be in, and it's a tough spot because I need to know my leaders' like thought process, not what he's tweeting, not because if you really truly believe everything that comes out of his Twitter, just you're an idiot.
Truth Social.
The dude,
True Social.
he's a
Truth
freaking-
Social.
We'll get it right. True Social.
He's an actor, okay? He's an actor, just like all the other actors
Not denying
that
that.
we've had, part of the oligarchy, except for he's not bloodline where everyone else
China
is.
said he's the best actor.
He's the best. You know, I think he even ran into little Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. But anyways.
Not the only time.
No, he was not. No. Did you see that
Hey,
where
that's what
Bill
he
Clinton said he's like, I know you didn't ask me, but I want to tell you that the president did not like straight.
Yes,
like,
I just watched
I
that.
saw that and I was like, oh my God, Bill, like no one's asking. Why are you?
He was
Just-
reminiscing,
And then,
man's
did you
innocent.
see-
He did nothing.
Did you see where they were? Do you recognize this photo? And it's him in the hot tub with the chick, and he grins and he's looking at it, and he kind of does this little and starts pointing.
His lawyer
And
pulls
the lawyer pulls it. Yes, the lawyer pulls it from him, and he's like, "No, I want to see it." Like he's reminiscing.
Yeah.
Like it
Well, I mean,
was
he's an old
so
guy.
weird.
What does he have to
Okay.
lose now?
Yeah, true. What does he have to lose? Anyways, so all of those things to say, here you had
That's not me.
a galactic government that was clearly being worked over by two different teams, and everyone suffered for it except for those people who sat in those seats. And I think for Bane, I don't know. I haven't read him. I'll read him. You know, that's got for Anakin when he was commanded go take care of the Jedi, gladly, because they don't do anything. They sit around. There's action to be had. There are people that are dying and being people that are slaves, people that are beaten, people that can't be expressive or be themselves or whatever, can't worship what they want to worship and dying for it. Anakin saw that as injustice and used his station to go right what he felt were wrongs. And you would deem him evil because of his methods or because of that passion. Like, I need to understand if it's I need to eliminate these people because they will not listen. That makes Anakin evil. Is that what I understand?
I have an interesting.
They're going to keep killing people and abusing and hurting people, but I need to keep letting it happen and keep trying to be diplomatic.
I've got. I was talking to Zane about it earlier, where I kind of went over and did a little research about 18 different Sith, and 9 of them.
So what you're saying is you're trying to take over as lore master.
No. I was like actually invested in this and looking it up.
It was your idea. I would give credit where credit's due. This was when I say I came up with the show. Like I came up with the show, but Eris was the one behind the thought here.
Oh, interesting.
I was
Research
literally
history.
driving
Before all the strikes.
and went, have we done this yet?
I was like, this is perfect. And then, oh, this is really perfect.
Wow. Redact.
So, out of
Research
the
history's been redacted.
that I looked over, about 5 of them, it seemed like the desire for power and control of the situation is kind of what led their motivations. 4 of them, it was more they were manipulated into doing this or were raised into it, so they had no other ideas on how they could do things differently. 9 of them were Jedi or were directly involved with Jedi, and that's they were disillusioned by what the Jedi were doing, and that's why they left.
Yeah.
That's half of them. That's half of the Sith went, what am I doing in this order that's not doing anything, that isn't doing anything to fix this? I'm gonna leave so I can fix this.
Yep. And the Old Republic video games go into that too, at length. And
Darth Maul, best example of everything.
If you also have cover your eyes. And then you see that, of course, with Ahsoka, the Order just full of itself, and of course, there's all kinds of stuff in the Clone Wars as well. And so these leaders, gotta sneak that in, huh?
Whoa, that's
so when you have power and you see these injustices, and I'm not, comparing to today or whatever, like how do you solve that? Or is it yours to solve? How can you turn a blind eye? You talked about religion, and as a Christian, it's hard to just sit and watch people get killed because they're Christian, or for other reasons, being thrown off buildings. We've heard that's actually a thing. So when I see these things, I hurt very deeply, and I can't fix it. And that makes it hurt more. I'm a fixed guy. That's my persona. I'm a fixed guy. How am I supposed to fix it? And if I had the power to fix it and it meant eliminating someone, man, I'm not saying I would. I don't know that I could cross that line. But if it meant that it would save suffering and pain and death for millions, I'm not powerful enough. I'm not powerful enough to make that decision. And so I'm not being put in that decision. I truly believe that. When you have a button that you say, a theoretical button, well, you do have a button as a world leader. Most of them do. But when you
Like
literally
Monster
can
versus
say,
aliens, which one gets me a
Do it.
latte?
do it, and it's done, that is a shit ton of power. And when you've had enough, depending on the how level of psychopath that's in office, we have shit happen. And because every president in the last seven presidents we've had have done this multiple times, yeah, Cam, you're onto something. Maybe just to be in that position of power, you got to be a little off. I don't know. What do you do?
I think to
Go
be,
ahead.
I think you had I think one of the things that differs is where it's hard to compare with us today and the galaxy is you had a system that was designed and that we see in Star Wars that pretty much governed an entire world, whereas today, and not all of it but most, and today you have multiple superpowers right throughout our planet just itself, and we, as in the United States, used to have the greatest superpower ever, and I would say still is for the most part, but you had I'll land the plane. Trust. When we were founded, right? Founding fathers, you had guys that fought and died for something, right? That took a stand and stood for something. Like these guys that created these documents that govern us today. Like they weren't kids that were bankrolled to go to the best school. I mean, these guys were farmers and that went and actually served for their constituents and then left. Didn't stick around, didn't stay longer than they needed to, didn't try to stay for their own gain. They went back to
paid back then.
Exactly. It was at its core, which as all government positions should be, a volunteer position. And now we don't have that anymore. We have these neocons, we have these trust fund babies, we have these people that haven't lived normal lives their whole lives that are making decisions that affect all of us in this call and probably most of the people watching the call, and to a large part, I think that fits a lot of the Jedi in the prequels because you had a lot of not a lot of them had ever seen war. They became complacent. They became, and Dooku, I think, gets it right to a certain extent when he talks about how can someone like Yoda, who's been in power for so long, not get complacent, not think that what he's doing isn't the wrong thing or is the right thing, right? Because it's always worked. Well, he's been through peacetime, right? And now it's tough because we have majority of our government that does not represent any of us. And the sad truth is there's nothing that we can do about it. There's no amount of voting that we can do that's going to get us out of this situation. And there's no amount of voting that can be done. And the only way to get us out of the situation is to have another 1770s. It's the only way you're going to be able to get out of it.
Listen, I know, not like I know people, like I know people that heart in the right place, start local politics, get to the state level, and something changes. And they're hell-bent on doing right for their constituents. And something happens for 6 months of their term, and no longer do they give a shit. I know these people. Dana, you probably know some people you grew up with that are doing this right now.
Dana, listen to this, man. Let's say you've, I don't know, it's probably going to be a stupid analogy. Let's say you've driven the speed limit all your life. You try to drive it. If it says 50, you drive 50, you go 25 in the school zones, you go whatever, right? You've got these group of people that's going to pay you 50 grand each time you go 5 miles over the speed limit, right? Every time. As long as you just do what they're asking you to do, right? Yep. However you got to do it, get it done. What are you going to do? You're not going to take the 50 grand? I mean, there were times in your life you didn't even make 50 grand in a whole year, right? Why would you not take the money? So think about this. You get in there, you've been paying property taxes for 15 years. You're like, man, this shit's just too high, man. Like, you know, it's kind of crazy what local appraisal districts are doing. Like, property values are rising, but like,
you run on that shit.
Yeah, and you're running on it, and you're getting all these people fired up. Yeah. But then all the people that actually run the shit, right? And all the people that run the shit, they're as high up as DC, and they're as low as North Zolch down the road from us.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're like, hey, man, we know you said you need to do this, but look, when it comes to voting time, here's 100 grand. We're going to need you to, you know what I'm saying?
And it's clean. It's clean. Yeah. You're good.
Regardless of whatever lobby group it is, each single person in the U.S. system has their handler. Whatever group their handler's a part of, they all have them. They don't represent us. They'll come, they'll knock on our doors, they'll run their stupid ass ads on TV, they'll come begging for votes out front. They're waiting at the College Station Utilities place over here, trying to tell me what they're going to do for me and blah, 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 blah. But then when they actually need to stand up for us and do something, they don't do it.
Present. Not even a yay or a nay, just present.
Yeah, because they don't care about us. All those
they're
people
playing Bubble Witch on their phone.
All those people care about is truthfully the same thing that a lot of us care about, which is what? Make enough money to take care of our families, put a roof over our head, and put your kids through school.
No, yes, that should never be it. That should never be the goal.
That's what they care about, because that's what gets them the money that gets put in their pockets. That's what they care about. They don't care about us. They only care about us when it takes time to get in there, because when they get in there, they're a part of the club, and the people that put them in the club are no longer in the club. And so you get all these people in a room that go do shows and escapades that get posted on Twitter and Instagram that are meant to divide the rest of us, right?
You know, like every news station saying the same thing.
And then they're all keying behind closed doors. But what do all of us want? We want to be able to make a living, put roofs over our heads, have as many people as we want, and have as little government involvement as
that's the problem, Cam. No, that's not what people want. People don't want as little government involvement as possible. People want to be told, this is what you wear. I don't want to have to think for myself. This is what I've observed over the last 50 years, is that there has been a shift. You and these few that are loyal to this show, that know kind of who we are and what we're about, we don't play those cards of it's too hard, or it's too, or whatever, or I lost this or lost that, and take that Sith route of everyone feels sorry for me, I got a problem. Like, we do shit for ourselves. Eris, no secret what you've been through and what you have been able to do for yourself. Same for you, Lore Master. Cam, we've talked about some of this on the show, where you've been and where you are today. And Well, except for this guy Andrew, who's got it all. I mean, look at that movie collection. No. Point is, we don't go that route, right? We're about, well, what do we do about it? How can we fix it? And you're right. It's so debilitating to sit here and know that, yeah, I'll go to the polls, but does it really matter? Because somehow some president got 81 million votes, which is literally physically impossible. But we're just gonna ignore that. And if you question it, you're some sort of racist asshole. So that's where we live. You're not allowed to. Yes, thank you. I don't know what you're doing right now, but I want to throw up.
Just hitting 6'7", bro.
With one hand.
Thought I was gonna lose it. Oh Lord!
One hand, 6'7".
Oh my God! Okay,
never been
that
done.
might end up a meme. I don't know.
I am the meme guy, as you can see.
But Dana, we talked about this last show. There used to be an understanding with everyone. There used to be an understanding of the expectation level of what an American was.
Yes.
And what Americans do. That's what I took from you. That's what I took you and I to be on the same page as that, right?
Yes.
So what happened? What happened to where the four of us who are all relatively around the same age, we don't have that? You think Eris is walking by herself at night after 7 o'clock to go on a walk?
I don't go outside.
Exactly.
I don't touch grass.
Well, I'm
gonna say this, and it's probably controversial. It's lack of accountability. So, thank you. If you mess up in school, because you didn't do your homework. And this is they all say this. It used to be, we're bringing in your parents and we're going to talk to your parents about what you're doing. Now, hopefully you have parents that understand your kid's not an angel, and they probably aren't exactly the same as when they're under your watchful eye as when they're at school. Like two people's mother and myself. We know that our children are not perfect.
No,
and to expect that our child is going to be perfect is a fault that resides in me as a parent. That I'm that narcissistic, that I believe my perfection will be instilled in my child. And there's no way my child could possibly make any sort of mistake. And there is a general shift in parenting of, I'm going to ensure that my child is safe in every aspect. Yes, you should be physically, mentally, emotionally, and whatever, safe, spiritually safe. Yes, but yeah, you know what I'm getting at.
You should not emotionally shelter your children.
If you put a child in a bubble, what will happen whenever that bubble bursts and they are forced to be in the real world? And so I'm not blaming parents in general. No. Societal changes. Collectively, every generation wants it better for the previous generation, right? My studies was in multi-generational workplace. Why is that important? Because we all experience different things. What I experienced as a Gen Xer is not what you guys experience as Gen Z or Zillennials or whatever you're called now. And what I experienced is not the same as what my mother as a boomer experienced. And so those experiences our behaviors are rooted as part of a three-piece. Our experiences is a part of that. And so, no, each generation that came from war wanted it way better for the next generation and wanted it way better for the next generation. And now we have an entire 2 generations that grew up without, or never knowing what it was like without internet. An entire generation without cell phone, like never knew what it was like not to have a way to communicate with somebody at will. Guys, like that's huge. And as a parent, to now know I have this leash to my child, I don't want to let that go. I don't want my child not to have their cell phone, because what if I, again, narcissistic parents that we raised in social media, it's about what we can do for likes. I could go on, but you get the point. We collectively as society changed the expectations of what it meant to be a kid and grow up and toughen up and learn life lessons. And we chose to create bubbles around you instead of letting you eat dirt. Wow, God, don't put the dirt in your mouth. Holy crap, I got pictures of me eating mud pies as a kid. But I wasn't going to let my kids eat mud because I can't believe my mother let me eat mud. Something as small as that does have a cascading effect on risk. I want to take risk, Cam. I want to go ahead and invest and buy a house. Why would I possibly do that? Every single thing that I'm using for confirmation bias says don't buy a house. So I've created my own reality bubble, and I'm never going to own a house. And now I'm not even going to try or entertain how to grow in a way that maybe I could figure out how to own a house. Maybe a bad example, Cam, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. That's what I think happened. We did it. We did it. And the generation before did that to us by leaving us at home alone with cable TV. Holy crap. Guys, you guys got the world at your fingertips. We thought we had it all with cable TV. Okay, I kind of went on a rant, sorry. But that's the truth of it. This episode is way not what are we chatting? Are we offline or something? Oh. What? Are you guys just chatting in the background while I'm totally... Yeah, you are. That's awesome. Oh, here come the black SUVs. Love it. So, I do have another question that I'm gonna throw out there, and in the situation of, and again, I have friends that literally live here because of what they had to leave in Iran. How do you solve these kind of problems? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. I don't think that's the answer every time. Glassing it is not the answer. It can't be. So what's the answer?
Are you looking at it from the perspective of how you want to relate it back to Star Wars, or actual, like, how we just each individually feel about it?
How do you fix a problem like this, where from your moral ruler, what's happening there is wrong and has been? From a humanitarian standpoint, my moral compass is in my stomach's in knots. How do you get around that? How do you fix it when it's someone's ideology being pushed on not an entire nation, but the majority of people that live there still?
I think the problem that you run into is like you said, you have the moral compass of it all. You have the religious aspect of it all. But you also have the level of patriotism that I think some of us who use our rights to put certain administrations into our government that don't feel like, again, we're getting back to the point of we ran on something. The current administration ran on something like the 20 other administrations before them are actively not doing, right? And you have a lot of us younger people that did not buy their houses for $25,000 and don't have $5 million in retirement accounts and all of these things that sit around and go to baseball games at 1 p.m. and sit around watching Fox News like they're watching the NBA finals or something and thinking their favorite team won a sports championship. And you're like, man, you have some of us are just like, man, I just want to be able to do what my parents were able to do and what they told me if I did would get me to the spot that they're in, right? And something that what is going on now isn't going to help. And it's like, I don't care what's going on in Iran when Americans can't afford housing. How is a person supposed to make $4,500 to rent a $1,500 one-bedroom apartment by themselves? Right? How are they supposed to do that? But we're gonna go do regime change again in the Middle East, and the Iranian people are going to take back their government. What does that mean? And why do I care? Explain it to me, right? Oh, we bombed them because they were going to attack an ally, and then, the ally we would see that as a direct attack. I don't care.
Well, and I think that's a good point.
Yeah, like I want cheaper taxes. Yeah. I don't want you telling me what I'm going to do with my own money. I don't want to see my tax dollars hard at work bombing innocent women and children overseas. That doesn't matter to me.
Fix the problems here first,
Yes, we actively have problems here that are ripping the fabric of this country from the inside out. And we're over here worrying about other countries that it literally doesn't matter. You have Americans that can't afford basic necessities, and their government and the people that fund their government is actively doing things to replace their ability to do those things.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything about it. Because again, it comes to the fact that they don't care. And you get these people like Trump is almost 80. What does Mitch McConnell know? What does Bernie Sanders know? What does Nancy Pelosi know? What does the Clintons know? What do they know? They don't understand anything because they've been in government twice as long as I've been alive, and they've done nothing. And they're over here getting on TV.
Well, I don't know that they've done nothing. They're all rich now.
Well, yeah, but they're rich.
funding.
They're rich because of the lobbyist groups that paid for their entire political careers, and they were able to make money off of that. But if I go and buy X amount of my work stock when I know that earnings are going to come out, and I know they're going to be booming, they're going to send my ass to jail.
Yep.
And liquidate all my accounts, and they might even throw my wife in jail too, right?
And us in jail for having talked with you.
Exactly. And we have it so backwards. You finally had an administration that was like, "Hey man, we're going to get out of this. We're going to get out of this overseas business for a little bit. We're going to try to put money back in your pockets. We're going to try to get Americans jobs. We're going to try to and we all, what? Hey man, it's a ballsy take, but hey, let's see it. Let's see you do it, right? And then it's just the same old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a large percent of the population doesn't care about that, Dana. They don't. The boomers that sit around and watch Fox News, some of them might. I think my grandmother's one of them. I think your mother's probably one of them, and your grandmother's probably one of them too. Majority of them, they're sitting around and they're sitting over there cheering while buildings are being toppled with fireworks that we all bought and paid for, right?
Yeah. And I think that stems from tunnel vision. If you sit all day and watch one news site and you get all your news from one site, it's biased. Every news channel is biased,
Yeah.
Well, that's why you just need one state-sponsored news source.
And also, too, we just have instant news at our fingertips. Like it used to be, I assume you wouldn't be able to know maybe what was going on in Iran
Not until the paper the next day.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you know,
And
the other
then
thing
it's
too,
only
I
whatever
can,
the narrative is being
Mhm.
pushed
I
by the several corporations that own
Yeah.
all the newspapers, and even back then, yes. Go ahead.
and I can open up Instagram and see what's going on over there. Like that's insane. You know. So
The president of the
So
United
they
States
block
posted his explanation for what they were doing on social media.
yeah,
Except,
like-
yeah.
Like, I mean, that's literally what he did. And you have this, it's so backwards because there was almost a nationalistic approach to what they were trying to do, right? That was their campaign trail. And you're like, hey man, you know what? I'm a young guy. I want to be able to own a house like my parents were able to do. I bust my ass every day. I do the right things. I'm paying my taxes. I'm doing all the right things. And all we see on social media every day is people doing the wrong things, and they're getting the benefit of the doubt for it. But you know what, man? I'm still going to power through. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to get to work early. I'm going to stay a little late. I'm going to do these things. And then what? Same old neocon shit. You know what you do?
Oh my
You know what
God,
Trump-
you sound like Anakin.
Well, you know what Trump could have done?
And still not fucking master.
You know what Trump could have done? Do something a little ballsy. Put term limits. You think these people?
Amen.
You think these
Is
people
that
might
not
care about
something
it?
Every single voter on both sides would 100% be behind.
The voters would, but the
Yeah.
people that are running aren't.
No. Ted
you've got
Cruz-
people in power that have been there longer than I've been alive.
Exactly.
Ted Cruz
And Cam's been alive
ran
for
on
mine.
term limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I never voted. Not one time have I voted for Ted Cruz. I never liked that guy. Not one time. Don't like
Did you see where he went during the freeze again?
No,
I'm
that was
gonna say,
already
I
planned.
like using him to figure out how bad the weather is for
Yeah.
y'all in Texas.
That's so terrible.
We use Waffle House up here, but
Well, that's the other thing. You know, what are you supposed
You
to
know what?
believe
Get the
on
people that
social
own
media?
Waffle House and the power. If they ran the government, everything would be fine.
Waffle House?
Yeah, they got a good thing going.
The thing that's going to happen
I
is
just took a sip of water. How dare
is
you?
everyone wants the Iranian people to be free or whatever that means, right? Even though the guy that currently runs Iraq used to be a part of Al Qaeda, and that was the whole reason we went and did regime change there, and blah blah whatever, right? Whatever, right? If it means in 26, which it's going to happen, the GOP is fixing to get dog walked in these midterms across the board, dog walked. And then they're going to run the same ticket that is currently making all of these decisions, the Elite Eight or whatever they called themselves, stupid ass nickname. They're going to run that same ticket in 2028, and they're going to get dog walked again. And then we're going to have more government, more taxes, more non-Americans coming over here and taking American jobs, more AI, more all the shit. And then we're going to have 1984. But hey, the Iranian people are free or whatever. Who knows? Why does it matter? But then,
Why does it matter if the elections are fixed anyway?
yeah, but then the inverse, it's like, well, it's terrible what's going on around the world. But like, I mean, man, I'm just a 27-year-old dude living in Texas who literally just wants to, I don't know, have a family of 10, who knows, however many I want to freaking have, right?
Good for you. We need more kids.
Exactly.
You know what? Same thing. I look at that. I want to have a family someday, but I go, it's tough. It's tough
Yeah.
out there.
You
We want to have.
you think
a
his
third
grandparents
kind of
thought
woman.
about that?
Okay, that's probably less likely to happen than me ever owning a home, but still.
He's thinking about things that someone his age 60 years ago never ever thought about. But nobody thinks that it's a problem that we're all having these thoughts nowadays. And how are young people, young men and women wanting to start how are they going to start families if they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel that you saw when you were a parent?
Can you
Dana?
cook for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. I know how
Paris,
to
do you cook for
boil
yourself?
water.
I cook for the family. I literally
Okay.
made homemade.
Can you cook for yourself,
Yeah.
Andrew?
Now I can.
Andrew?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
actually been picking it up as a skill recently.
You
Funny
would be
enough.
very surprised how many 20-year-olds don't know how to cook for themselves.
Yeah,
Very surprised.
and you know
how
why? We
many
don't have the luxury of
20-year-olds
DoorDash out here, so I got
and,
to.
and I know that that's a sore subject for a group of people. The DoorDash is causing you some financial distress.
Dude,
but
it is. It's insane.
If you drove to the McDonald's instead of DoorDashing the McDonald's, you literally save several dollars every time. That's an extra.
I take a
meal
bite
a
of a
week.
Big Mac like the CEO of
Like,
McDonald's does. You
It
know,
adds, it compounds and adds up. It adds up and compounds. So, that's a little something that I don't believe we did a lot of either, was teaching life skills. The stuff that could make you money on side gigs, which would be coming out of home economics and wood shop and machine shop and all these courses that we had growing up, you guys didn't have, did you?
Yeah. We had a whole mechanic
Did
class.
you have
They took
ag
apart and put
where you
together a
learned
car
about
and said,
farming and
Yeah. We had agriculture. We were also a very, very tiny. Hutto was a very, very tiny town
it
at the time.
it's still, yeah. You know what? It still is. So,
But we had agriculture, we had home ec, we had I don't remember what the other class was called, where they would walk around wearing the pregnancy bellies and stuff like that.
I
Um,
know.
I had to do that
we
too.
had.
carried
I
a
was
egg
a part
around.
of
We
a
didn't-
forensics club,
All
so
right,
I
that's weird.
learned how to do forensics, which I now have a degree in. And
Oh no, she
hopefully a
could
career
clean up our
eventually.
bodies like that.
Mhm.
No one would ever know we existed.
I'm probably on a list somewhere with how many Google searches I had to do for those classes.
We're at 158, and so I think we're gonna wrap this one up. But I really appreciate the candidness. This is a little bit different show than we've done in the past.
Maybe the last
I
one. 'cause of
appreciate
the
everyone
feds to
minding
get
their
us.
manners and not using too many curses when they got a little passionate, Dana. But honestly, at the end of the day, what makes America, in my opinion, no, fuck that, it's fact. What makes it great is we have a platform where
Yeah.
we can talk like this openly, that I disapprove of what Trump has done.
You know,
Like, I can say that and not have hold on, don't not have someone show up
Yeah.
at my door. I don't give a crap what you say. There's no other place on the planet for
Right.
me than Texas. It just happens to be in the US. But I don't care where Texas is. I'll live and die here, man.
Same.
And no, I gotta say, to your point, while I did not and have never voted for Trump, not one time in my life, I do realize what he ran on this last time compared to what he ran on the first time. He is not fulfilling those promises in the same way. I would
Yeah.
agree 100%, especially me being a super 2A and 1A guy. So thank you guys. This was really good. We didn't really go down the path I wanted to, but I'm glad we were able to discuss this. And thanks for being civil. I really appreciate you, Zane, taking that other side. I wished you were in After Dark, because I'd totally destroy you. All right. Well, Zane does have some shows coming up, the Lore Master. Go check out his Instagram. Can someone pop that? I don't have it pulled up.
I'm on it.
Here we go. I
yeah.
got it. Zane Martin Music. Look down at the bottom. Nope. Nope. That's Janae. She didn't show up. And here we go. Zane Martin Music, Instagram. I swear. Why do I give you power? I swear.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so
I don't.
well, that's rude.
So go check out Zane Martin Music. They played at the not Luke Bryant. Who was
Moody.
Eric Church was in town. Eric Church was in Austin. And they played at that outside stage right as you walk in. They were greeting people with their music as people were going to go watch Eric Church. So technically he played to a crowd of, whatever, 50,000 people. Yeah, 7,000. I don't know. Also, but yeah, go check him out. He's got a couple of shows coming up. As I stated in the beginning, we had Tiger show up from House of Isla. Our guys, myself, in and out of his podcast. He's been on ours, House of Isla podcast. Enjoy that. There is going to be some in 2 weeks is March 17th on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's going to be a problem.
Do the whole
what
thing
I'm doing,
on
but
green Star Wars characters.
That is a very special day for me. I don't know why that would be such a special day for me to have.
You're part of
But no. I'm real excited about it. I thought I was going to get to have some time off, but I'm not. I used to play in a Celtic band for like 7 years, and so St. Pat's was enjoyable, but only for like the first hour, and then I drank way too much and was trying to play music. And there's actually recordings of this out there somewhere where I'm trying to drunk play, and Sarah's like, no, wrong song. Like, I'll start the intro. No, how many pints is that, Dana? Like, it's great. Anyway, I'm in the main. All right. I don't think I have anything else. We'll see you guys next week, I guess. Do you guys got anything? What shows you go? Are you still doing? Oh yeah. Go, Andrew.
Tired. I've retired, so this is just the only show I'm doing now. So
I don't think so. I know that's not true.
On Feast of Fandoms, last night, Monday night, we picked up Jessica Jones again after finishing our Wonder Man reviews, which that's a fun show. You haven't checked it out?
I have not. Wonder Man.
So. Wonder Man. It's on it's a Marvel show. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good.
What?
Anyway, and then Thursday night on Cantina Happy Hour, we are finishing off season 3 of the Clone Wars with the Hunger Games, Chewbacca, Wookiee arc. So a lot of fun.
Nice. Just getting these names one more time for everybody. I like the Fed hater. That's great.
Forever.
Cam, what do you got coming up?
I will actually be out next week. I told Dana earlier when we got on the show. But nothing,
Darn.
man. Just
I'm probably out next week too.
Just kind of work and stuff. So
Great.
that's pretty much it. I'm a simple guy.
Just making your way through the galaxy.
Yep. Just trying to pay as little taxes and not have the government
The
tell me
banking
what
plan,
what the hell I have to do with my life. So,
by the way, great analogy that I just thought of for what we were talking about is Superman with James Gunn. What Clark Kent was talking about going on at the country. So if you haven't seen Superman, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have seen Superman,
You're talking about the one where Gary is a name. That one? The new
what?
Superman? Is that the new Superman?
No.
Oh.
yeah, sure.
No. But anyway.
You have a name. 4. Gary's a name. I love that. It's so
that is the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. I am a dog, thanks.
Awesome. What else? All right, cool.
Zane will be up here in Oklahoma with me on Tuesday.
Yeah, but
Nice,
somebody
we can
had a
share the
birthday.
same
Somebody
camera.
had a birthday. Somebody had a birthday. Somebody had a birthday.
My birthday Saturday. I had a dinosaur cake because I practiced free will and bought a dinosaur cake for myself.
That's adorable.
I still have
That you had to
dinosaur.
make, right, though?
No, I went to Crest and got a pre-made dinosaur cake with plastic dinos on it, and they're sitting on my
And we
nightstand.
weren't invited. What the heck? I'm out of
I
here.
know. You gonna drive to Oklahoma, boys? That's a long round.
I don't know if I want to drive all the way to
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Zane
They don't like
We
us.
were
Zane will
looking
be up
to
here.
head up there next weekend, and I just wouldn't. I mean, it's a drive. We have to kind of do like a stop and then spend
It's like
the
a
night
6 or
up
7 hour
there.
drive. It's
Figure
crazy.
it out, man.
Yeah, it's for me to get down to Houston. It's 9 hours,
Ugh.
Oh,
but
That's
we
a work
make about a depending. It's not that it doesn't feel that long for me, but that's because with stepchild
Fleet
we
though.
make a 10-hour drive. Summers and certain holidays, and it's there and back 10 hours twice. So 4 times a year,
Crazy.
10-hour drive.
oh,
Nuts.
And we bring everybody. So we got the whole fam and the dogs in the car.
Crazy.
So
All right, folks. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week. Same city time, same city channel. I know I had to say that. I don't know why. I'm tired. But seriously, always remember, kids.
Be the
peace
example.
is a lie. There's only passion. Good night.